See, in US taxation, individuals can take up one of the 5 statuses: single, MFS, MFJ, qualified widow or widower, and lastly head of household. So, one can easily understand who could be a single, married, qualified widow, widower. But we are unable to understand what exactly could be the status for head of household. Head of household. So, it is not our choice to take it up as head of household. So, for MFS we have a condition, for MFG we have a condition. In both the cases, marriage should be persisting on the last day of the tax year. Qualified widow or widower, for which you have to have certain conditions to be updated, we will discuss that separately. For head of household also we have condition, and those who are not satisfying any of these conditions will come under single category, default or residuary category. So, in this background, let us know about those conditions that we have to satisfy to take it up under head of household. So, it is to be understood that there are 3 conditions. All the conditions are to be satisfied. What is that? All the 3 conditions are to be satisfied. Number 1, first one, he should be considered unmarried. So, on the last day of the year. So, it is considered unmarried would mean it is deemed to be unmarried. We will discuss that a little later. At this moment, you take it up as the first condition. Plus, more than 50% of the household expenses are met by the individual. More than 50% of the household expenses per annum are met by the taxpayer. So, what could be household expenses? Utilities. What is that? Rent, electricity, water, whatever utilities, telephone, whatever you consider as household expenses are to be taken up more than 50% by the person, individual. Then what is the other one that you have? He is expected to have qualified person, QP. He should have qualified person living with him for more than 50%, that is more than half of the year. Living with him. So, I considered unmarried more than 50% on household, then more than 50% of the year qualified person should be living. Who is a qualified person? What could be household expenses and what could be considered as unmarried? We will take it up later. So, let me repeat. In order to take up the position for the purpose of filing under head of household, all the 3 conditions are to be satisfied. He should be considered unmarried. Then number 2, more than 50% of the household expenses should have been met by the taxpayer. Then qualified person should be living with him for more than half of the year. So, if these 3 conditions are satisfied, then we have to take it up under HOH, head of household. So, as I told you that out of 5 statuses, the only status, the first status coming under residuary category. In all other cases, we have certain conditions to be satisfied. So, in this particular case, there are 3 conditions: considered unmarried, 50% of the household expenses should be met by him more than 50% of the time, more than half of the time, qualified person should be living with the taxpayer. If these three conditions are satisfied, then we can consider that particular person falling under HOH category. Thank you.